All right. When my partner and I first met, we used to occasionally go out, either together or separately. Now, when I mention that I would like to go out with my girlfriends, he gets upset. I say it's a good thing to spend time alone with friends. He says it's a red flag in the relationship.
Oh boy.
Who is right? I know my answer.
Are you waiting? Okay. Who is right? It depends. So, in my opinion, it is not healthy to constantly spend time with each other all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you're married and living together, you should have lives outside of each other so that when you do come together, you have something to talk about,
Mm-hmm.
that it's interesting. Um, my red flag to me is it sounds slightly controlling for him to say that she's not allowed in a way to go out with her friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder where that stems from. It could be from insecurity, as in if she's out, she could be getting hit on by other guys or
Mm-hmm.
maybe sleeping around or whatever. I don't know if that's something that has ever happened in your relationship, so if that's warranted.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that it definitely stems from something inside of him potentially that he worries about.
Mm-hmm.
He could be a person, for example, who feels that spending all of his time with his partner is how you love someone. Maybe he has an example from his parents or from other relationships that he draws from. But if I had to say, I would say that it's not correct to say that there's anything wrong with going out with your friends. Now, if you're doing that all the time and you're neglecting your partner, then
Mm-hmm.
that should be a flag to you that perhaps you're not invested in the relationship and maybe you
Balance.
should get out of it.
Sure.
So, what are your thoughts?
My first thoughts are, if obviously balance is key, right? Time together, time apart. It's important. My thoughts on the idea that somebody believes that if you are spending time with anyone other than that person is considered a red flag. My first thoughts that came to mind were immaturity, low self-esteem, um, possibly some sort of um, attachment disorder, um, right?
Be an anxious attachment personality type, yeah.
Yeah, someone who may not really clearly understand the nature of proper boundaries and healthy boundaries,
Sure.
and control, right? So if you want someone all to yourself, the problem is that can really be gift wrapped in what looks like love and care, right? Like you can say, "Oh, I want to spend all my time with you. How is that wrong? I love you. You're amazing," right? And it's almost made to seem like it's an endearing thing.
Right.
Like, "Oh, he wants to spend all his time with me."
Yes.
But in actuality, that type of thought process on how a relationship is supposed to be is slightly dangerous, I would say, because you don't know boundaries. There's clearly some trust and some self-esteem issues if if you don't feel comfortable with your significant other being somewhere that you can't see them. Um, that shows a
Yeah.
lot of trust issues.
Uh-huh.
And low self-esteem in that you aren't comfortable enough in trusting that someone is going to care about you when you're not there to prove it to them, right? It's not
Yeah.
allowing for someone to just breathe. I think that that's a red flag.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to take the Steve Harvey approach here too. That I have to ask the ladies out there: do you really want to be with a man who has nothing but time for you?
But the thing is, to a lot of women, that can be very ego boosting
Yeah, but
and confidence
I would
boosting.
question to say that number one, a man who has all of his time to spend with you doesn't necessarily project an image of high value
Sure.
because he has nothing else going on in his life. He spends all his time with you, and if that's what you're looking for, then I would question whether you are projecting an image of high quality, because why do you have all this time to spend with someone all the time? Aren't you doing things? I mean, life is short. Like,
Mm-hmm.
aren't you working? Aren't you enjoying life? Aren't you doing things for yourself? Aren't you
Great point.
building
Yes.
yourself up?
Sure.
If you're wanting that and you're both wanting that, it's very easy to get into a situation where you become codependent on each other.
Very,
So it's
very
something really to be conscious of.
right. two dependent people are going to be okay that they want to be with each other all the time, more so than if you get an independent person in there.
Yeah.
And whether you're dependent naturally or independent naturally, it's not about right or wrong or which one's better.
Yeah.
It's about how you guys mesh together.
Yeah.
So it's all about what you believe is what's healthy to you, right? Like,
We're gonna get hate mail for all this stuff we're saying, right?
I don't care. Like for me personally, I'm very independent. So I would never be able to stand somebody who always wanted to be with me all day long. That would be a turnoff to me. It would be a turnoff to me. But if I were somebody who loved attention from men, this is just an example, and I found this guy who wanted to be with no one but me and wanted to do nothing but spend time with me, I would see that as a form of endearment and be something that's flattering, not something that's unhealthy and scary and uncomfortable, right? So it depends on the person who's receiving that type of love and that type of attention.
Yeah, and just to kind of bookend this, it's unusual that two people of the same character are together. Most of the time, you're going to have opposing forces. So one will chase, one will run. And that's kind of the dynamic you're going to get. One wants all the time, one wants their space. So because it creates polarity in a relationship. So just talk about it, figure it out. If you get the sense that your partner, she didn't give us a name, no. If you get the sense that your partner is smothering you and not willing to back off, you might want to reevaluate the relationship you're in.
Sure.
It may not be healthy for you.
Right.
So,
Absolutely.
good one.
On that note,
That's it.
that's it. That's all we got. Another shout out to Jen. Thank you so much for your help. Denise, thank you so much. If you have any questions or concerns, they don't have to be related to sex per se, but any kind of relationship dynamic that you want to discuss, it can go anonymous. Yeah, sure. They know what that is. No. Any questions or concerns about relationships, we can go outside of significant others too. So
Like home improvement type stuff. Home decoration. Anything like this.
Send your questions to questions@yourwillingheart.com, and it may be featured on our next episode.
Yes.
So thank you so very much for watching. We appreciate it. I'm Jessica Lowry.